Okay, so basically on this episode, the girls decided to go to another spot, and they're enjoying themselves, and it was quite lovely. Kenya looked great this episode. So did Demetria. I think they all look great this episode. Not one time was Nene name mentioned throughout this episode until the end, but we did see, Nene in New York. She had her son, her youngest son, with her, and his girlfriend, and somebody hands her a flyer for a mail review, and she's like, "Oh, I've been there, done that. I'm on Broadway now, and this and that, and yada yada." Um, Nene sings alone was boring. Um, in my opinion. But there was times that with the girls it was born too, with all the girls. So I can honestly say that I think that all these women make the show. In my opinion, this is just my opinion, people. That's what I think. I think that everybody brings their own little special splash of entertainment, and there you go. I saw somebody on Twitter was like, "Oh, this episode was so fucking boring without Nene." I thought it was refreshing, to be honest. Um, I don't feel like you need negativity all the time. I'm not saying that Nene brings negativity all the time, but she's a chunk of it. Like, just keep it real. Um, Moose fans, just keep it straight real. Like, come on now. Um, what else happened? They all was just like really getting along. Princess Portia was named the princess of Thoughtland. The same way how she a thought in Atlanta, she's a thought overseas too. So good for her. What else? Okay, let's just get Phaedra had it. They went on this little trail or something, and um Phaedra gave some lady some money, I believe. And she had kids and she didn't have much or whatever. It was really nice. So we get to the whole thing is to, basically the episode. And it was Phaedra talking to Kenya, and they was talking and having their moment. And what I noticed about Kenya is I like Kenya, but what I noticed about her is she tends to interrupt people a lot and overtalk you, and she don't let you explain yourself fully before she start back talking. And it's like she kept doing that a lot, and that was kind of getting on my nerves. Because this is a big step for Phaedra and good for her for finally letting Kenya talk to her. And so they talked. They had their moment, and Kenya was like, "I've never slept with Apollo. I don't want you to think that you slept with Apollo. Even if you still think that you slept with Apollo, then we can't move forward." And Phaedra was like, "Look, Apollo and I ain't together, but as his wife, I have to believe him over you," which is true, honestly. I mean, who you gonna believe? Like, if this new person just came into your life and say something happened between that person and your sister, whose side you gonna take? Your sister. You just met this person, so it makes sense. Phaedra did bring up the fact that at the beginning they was trying to make a friendship, and they was, and like during the whole Walter thing, and when they went to on the trip, or the first trip where Portia and Kenya got into it, and Apollo push or grab Kenya and threw in the pool and all that on that trip with Walter and all that, like 2 or 3 seasons ago. Um, Phaedra was the only one that was like really there for Kenya. Because I remember she had went crying because Walter had, I guess, said no, that he wasn't gonna marry her or something. And Phaedra was the only one that went looking for her. So I can say that that part is true. Phaedra did try to establish a relationship with her, um, but the whole horror thing, was just taken too far, and I understand that as well. But also, Kenya was playing into that shit a lot, for a storyline, of course. So yeah, a lot of this shouldn't be taken that seriously. It's just entertainment. But it was nice to see those two women get back together, and Portia say she'll never call Kenya more whore ever again. She will call her Satan though, but she won't call her Kenya Moore ever again. And so I thought that was quite lovely. Now, if Phaedra asks can forgive Kenya, she can sure as hell forgive Cynthia. Like it ain't that damn deep, Miss Sparks. It's really not. Um, was that pretty much this episode? Yeah, they had a cute little slumber party. They found out who was, humping around in the lady pond, and nobody was surprised that Candy that ate a couple of girls out. Demetria, she never have, and everybody else is just kind of in between or whatever. This episode was it was dragged out. It was a lot, to me. In a way, it was boring, yeah, but it was refreshing to see them get along. Girls that have never gotten along, and hopefully this shit lasts, but I'm sure it won't. I think that Nene should be ready. I think that Nene should be armored and have her guns ablazing at this reunion because they are gonna go in on her. And next week, looks like they're helping out at a soup kitchen or something. And Claudia's trying to talk to Lenithi, and she's not here for it. She's obviously feeling a little alienated from the group and all that. She feel like they all bonded, and she's not in the circle and all that. But Nene, that's your choice. You could have went on the trip with them. You didn't want to. I understand her health issues and stuff because I have my own. In fact, I'm in pain right now. Jeez. Whew. But if you really wanted to go, you would have went. I mean, honestly, if you was in perfect health, Lenithia, you probably still wouldn't have went. You can tell when somebody is really going, is really quote unquote having a flare up, and when they really just don't want to go. And Nene just didn't want to fuck with them, to be honest. And oh, at the end of the episode, they asked, Claudia asked if anybody talking to Nene, spoken to Nene, and Portia was like, "Yeah, I have," and she was just like, she's happy that we having fun, and I filled her in on everything, and all that good stuff. And they was like, "Whatever, Portia, yeah, right." But Candy mentioned something that I thought was true. Candy said that if Nene was here, it's good Nene wasn't here because if Nene was here, Phaedra and Portia wouldn't be doing nothing but hanging with Nene all the time and when nothing get resolved. And I believe that truly, because Nene is the type of person she's proven this over and over again. When she's mad at somebody, every single one of her friends got to be mad at them too. That's one reason why she started to fall out with Cynthia. And that's also why she kind of fell out with Kim and Candy because they was getting close and she was jealous of that relationship. It's just a pattern with Lenithia. She can say what she want to say, but it is the absolute truth. She's the type of person that's like, if I'm mad at you, my friend's mad at you too. If I'm gonna slap you in the face, my friend's gonna slap you in the face. She's that kind of chick. Take it or leave it. And yeah, shouts out to the fairy godmother. You're playing the hell out of that role, Lenithia. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Twitter. Chase King was here on Facebook and at It's King's World on IG, Instagram as well. Y'all make sure y'all follow me. I'll begin my life on Instagram at It's King's World. Yas. All right. With that said, I already said my little tagline moment. Well, I'm out, exhausted. Mwah.